My colleagues from our ministry to share an exciting update. Today's announcement by the Minister is about how our government is working for you, making consumer protections better for all Ontarians. We have heard from constituents and stakeholders from all over the province on the issues that matters most to you. It presents a culmination of years of work as we held numerous consultations over the past 3 years. And it is privileged to be a part of an important work that supports the great people and businesses of Ontario. I would like now to invite Parliamentary Assistant Brian Riddell to say a few words.
Thank you, PA Sabawi, for that introduction. As some of you may be aware of, the Consumer Protection Act of 2002, or CPA, is the main piece of legislation that sets out the rules for consumer protection in Ontario. It governs most personal and household transactions between consumers and businesses. Since the Act first came into force in 2005, Ontario's marketplace, like the broader global economy, has undergone significant and rapid transformation as businesses, consumers continue to adapt to the digital economy. Along with changes in the marketplace such as online shopping, apps, internet agreements, and social media. Whether it is for home renovation, appliance installation, vacation timeshare, or another purchase, we all know someone who may have been dealt with an unscrupulous business at some point in their life. And I can tell you, both PA Sabali and I, along with the Minister, are very excited to be with you and be able to share what some of the benefits of what the proposed changes are, as well as what the next steps will be. Now, without further delay, I would like to welcome Minister Todd McCarthy to the podium.
Good morning, everyone. Before I begin, I wish to express my gratitude to my colleagues and our ministry's parliamentary assistants, Sharif Sabawi and Brian Riddell. I thank them for their kind introductions and all of their invaluable support. I'm delighted to be here today as the Minister of Public and Business Service Delivery. As some of you may know, consumer protection is one of my core responsibilities under this ministry, a responsibility that Premier Ford and I take very seriously. That is why this past week, my ministry launched an extensive consultation to address an area of significant concern for consumer harm related to notices of security interest, or NOSIs. I'm committed to going after the bad actors who are taking advantage of our most vulnerable. Our consultation will gather feedback from stakeholders that will include businesses, law enforcement, advocacy groups, and, most importantly, the general public on the current challenges and opportunities related to notices of security interest. But this is just the start. My ministry has been extensively consulting on ways we can modernize the laws overseeing consumer protection in this province. Ontario's marketplace has transformed significantly due to the ever-evolving nature of our digital world over the past 20 years since the introduction of the Consumer Protection Act in 2002. This Act governs most personal and household transactions between consumers and businesses. Our government has been working tirelessly to lead the way and create modern consumer protections that match the realities of the modern and complex marketplace. Whenever Ontarians choose to spend their hard-earned dollars, they deserve to shop with confidence, knowing that their government will be there to help, protect, and inform them of their rights and the obligations of businesses. We all know someone who has dealt with an unscrupulous business, whether in the home renovation area, appliance installation, vacation timeshare, or other industries. Or we may have dealt with these fraudsters ourselves. Ontario businesses therefore need rules to be simpler, clearer, and reflective of a dynamic and increasingly digital-first marketplace. Later today in the Legislature, I will be introducing a bill to be called Better for Consumers, Better for Businesses Act. If passed, it will replace the current Consumer Protection Act with a new modernized statute. It would build consumer confidence by offering Ontarians stronger protections against harmful business practice when they buy goods and services at home, online, or in their communities. Let me be clear. Our government will not stand idly by and allow bad actors to take advantage of hardworking Ontarians through unfair business practices. Practices such as aggressive sales tactics and misleading claims that often target and exploit some of our most vulnerable citizens. More specifically, the new Act would, if passed, build on existing protections to strengthen consumer rights. It would make it easier for consumers to cancel subscriptions and memberships and provide them with fairer exit options from timeshares and long-term leases or rental agreements, such as for water heaters. It would also introduce new powers that better allow the ministry to hold unscrupulous vendors accountable while supporting consumers. This bill, if passed, will be the first step in making changes to NOSIs, or Notices of Security Interest. It would clarify the rules and obligations for consumers and businesses to discharge a security interest and provide enhanced powers to Consumer Protection Ontario to help homeowners discharge a security interest when a business is non-compliant. Our proposed legislation would champion the rights of consumers while making it easier for businesses to comply with the law. This includes a single set of core rules written in clear and simple language that would apply to consumer transactions, whether for online or in-person purchases. This bill also proposes amendments to the Consumer Reporting Act, the legislation that sets out an individual's credit and personal information that can be disclosed through a credit report. These proposed changes would provide consumers with more access to their credit information and a greater ability to limit how their credit information is shared. This new act, if passed, will be the largest update to consumer protection laws for over 2 decades, making it easier for Ontario businesses to have a clear understanding of the rules they must abide by. What's more, it would also help empower consumers and make them aware of their rights so they can make smarter and well-informed choices when buying goods and services here in Ontario. Together, we can drive our province's economic growth forward, and I could not be prouder to be part of a government that is working to strengthen consumer protection for the people and the businesses of Ontario. It has been a privilege to speak with you today, and I thank you all for joining us this morning, and I would be happy, of course, to take any questions you may have.
There will be no questions today. Thank you.
Thank you.